Well, happy Monday, everybody. Excited to be here with you all on this amazing Monday. Hope you all had an incredible weekend and are ready to rock and roll. Mr. Carruthers laid out an amazing plan for us today. So hopefully you are on that plan and ready to go. But right now, as we kick off Monday Leaders, I am going to turn it over to none other than my amazing co-host, Millionaire Club member, Coach Fard Bell. Coach Bell, I'm going to turn it over to you, sir.
Well, great morning. Great morning. Thank you, Mrs. Gardner. I'm super excited. Today's topic is something that will kind of piggyback from the last conversation we had here about this alignment. And it's really been helping people unlock their next level. And how many people have ever you're highly motivated, you're highly driven to get to your next level, but then have you ever felt like, okay, what do I focus on now? Okay, I got to do a little bit of this, and then I got to do a little bit of this, and then I'm over here, and then I'm over there, and I don't know if anybody's ever felt like not necessarily physically burnt out, but almost kind of mentally burnt out or overwhelmed or not feeling as productive as you could be, and get to the end of the day and it's like, okay, well, how much did I actually get done? Or maybe you've been effective at getting things done, but you feel your team, and your team feels scattered. Your team feels scattered. Your team doesn't feel anchored, doesn't feel centered in the business. And one of the things that can be a challenge in a business like ours is that it's so much is so intangible. Is so intangible. Unlike if we go to work for a company, everything is very tangible. We show up to a tangible building unless we're working virtually. We have a clear job description every day. There's clear supervision in place to ensure certain things happen. There are managers, there's accountability, there's a job description, there's structure, there's a set schedule. It's very tangible. And then we come into this business where like almost everything is virtual these days. You got virtual Zooms, virtual tools, digital tools. There's no necessarily supervisor, so to speak, in place. We get to work from home. We get to be our own boss. And there's so much freedom. There's so much flexibility that it's easy to lose productivity or not have productivity. It's easy for someone to come in and not really know what to do, even though we say we know what to do, but we don't always feel like we know what to do and what to focus on. And how do you stay grounded and how do you stay centered in such an intangible business? And how do you help others stay grounded and stay centered in such an intangible business that can lack so much structure that we've been accustomed to our entire lives? In elementary school, we're given structure. In middle school, we're given structure. High school, structure. If we go to college, structure. If we get a job, structure. It's structure everywhere. You join the military, structure. And then we start our own business like this, no structure. No structure. Oh, what do you do? Well, whatever you want. Who's my boss? You. Where do I go? Wherever I feel like it. No structure, no direction, no built-in accountability. So part of our job as leaders is to help create the environment, create the support, create the direction and the structure, provide the vision and the culture to keep the vision on track. So the first thing I'm going to share are three daily alignment statements that help us get centered, help us get grounded, help us create direction. I picture birds flying in V formation. I picture fighter jet airplanes flying in perfect V formation together, where there's so much alignment, there's so much synergy. One band, one sound, momentum, speed, not wasting any efforts or any energy. not scattered, but clearly directed towards an outcome. Napoleon Hill says a mastermind principle. A mastermind is two or more minds coming together in the spirit of perfect harmony for the attainment of a definite chief aim. Two or more minds coming together in a spirit of perfect harmony, that V formation, for the attainment of what? A definite chief aim, not a scattered goal, not a disconnected goal. Everybody's got their goals over here. This person's got their goals. As leaders, our job is to unify everybody's goals together so that it creates synchronicity. It creates this rhythm of, wow, you got your goals, you got your goals. What happens when we all focus our goals together and we all achieve those goals this month? We all move daily towards those goals together as a unit. And now it's not a bunch of chaos or organized chaos. It's V formation. Somebody put V formation in the chat. That's the spirit of today's conversation. How to get ourselves and our team flying in V formation. Okay, so statement number one is I know exactly what I really want and why I want it. I know exactly what I really want and why I want it. And if you are able to, you don't have to unmute, but say it out loud. I know exactly what I really want and why I want it. I know exactly what I really, really want and why I want it. Multiple reasons why I want it. That's statement number one. That is what brings things into focus. Like, what do you really, really want? Where are you going? Notice I said what you really want. When I first got started, I said I wanted 500 to 1,000 a month. And I really wanted that, but what did I really want even more than that? What I really wanted more than 500 to $1,000 was freedom. What I really wanted was to not ever have to work a job again. I saw a post that Pam Carnes had on our page, on her social media page, and I robbed and duplicated it immediately. And it was from Robert Kiyosaki, and it said something like, the goal is not to leave your job. The goal is to never need one again. And I was like, ooh, that's so good. The goal is not just to leave your job. The goal is to never need one again. That's what I really, really wanted. So what I said I wanted was 500 to 1,000 a month. What I really wanted was to never need a job again because I have enough passive residual income to not have to ever work a job again. So why was I saying I wanted 500 to 1,000 a month, where what I really wanted was to never have to work a job again, which would require $5,000 to $10,000 per month? Go ahead and answer that in the chat for me. Why do you think I was saying I wanted one thing, but I really wanted another thing? And you might guess I was saying what I believed I could accomplish instead of saying what I really, really wanted. And that's something we must look out for. Sometimes we abandon what we really, really want and focus on what we think we might be able to accomplish. And we can rob ourselves of all the power that comes from the power of a burning desire. A burning desire. Alex Shahid, was it Alex Shahid referencing it last night? I think so. Somebody was sharing about that white hot burning desire that Napoleon Hill describes in Think and Grow Rich. The white hot burning desire. Excuse me. That comes from focus on what I really, really want. That puts you in V formation. That helps you get into V formation. Like, you got to have a clear direction. If you're a bird flying south for the winter, like, if you're a bird flying south for the winter, you've got a clear destination. But if it's going to be whatever you choose to embark upon, whatever journey you decide to take, it's going to take energy. It's going to take work. It's going to take effort. And so if you're going to exert energy anyway, if you're going to take effort anyway, if it's going to be, there are going to be some obstacles along the way anyway, why not go after what you really, really want? What you really, really want. What if the price to pay for 500 to 1,000? This is going to sound a little silly, but imagine what if the price to pay to make 500 to $1,000 a month was the same price to pay for 5 to 10,000 a month, and you decided to settle for 500 to 1,000 a month because you thought it sounded more doable, but then you found out it took the same amount of time, took the same amount of energy, same amount of effort. Like, wouldn't you in your right mind say, wait a minute, if it's going to be the same price anyway, I might as well go after what I really want. I don't know who this is for today. I want to move on, but I feel like I need to ponder here for a second. If I'm going to exert energy anyway, if I'm going to have obstacles anyway, if I'm going to face dream stealers and people are going to quit anyway, if they're going to be people that are going to tell me they're going to show up and not show up anyway, if I'm going to have to go through a lot of people to find the ones that are ready anyway, I might as well get the full payout for it. I might as well get the full reward for my sacrifice, for my effort. So how long is it going to take me to decide I'm going after what I really want? And I hope and pray that that day is today. For those who haven't decided, like, you know what? You're right. I'm sick and tired of playing small. I'm going after what I really want. Because here's what you got to be careful with. If you're not careful, you can be here a year from now, 3 years from now, 5 years from now, and be not much further. Or you could be further, but here's what I'm getting at. If you're going to be here a year from now, 3 years from now, 5 years from now, anyway, wouldn't you rather be where you really want it? What if that was enough time to get where you really wanted to be, but you took that whole time to decide to go after it? So instead of going after what you really wanted over the next 1, 3, 5 years, you only went after what you settled for over the next 1, 3, 5 years, and you actually accomplished it. But then you realize, man, if I'd have gone after what I really wanted over the last 1, 3, 5 years, I would be there. And that's what I mean by if you're gonna be here anyway, why not be where you really wanted to be? Who is that for today? Who got a ship? Who's deciding right now? I'm drawing my line in the concrete, as Pam Carnes would say, not just the sand. And I'm going after what I really want. And I'm really gonna give it all I've got. So even if I fall short a year, 3 years, 5 years from now, I'm gonna be so much closer to what I really want and not have the regret that I wasted all those years just settling for what I thought I might be able to achieve. So statement number one, I know exactly what I really, really want and all the reasons why I want it. That's number one. Number two of the three alignment statements, I have a winning plan and I'm both willing and able to pay the price for it. I have a winning plan and I'm both willing and able to pay the price for it. See, that becomes so much more significant when we go after what we really, really want. Because now it makes you think, okay, well, what's the price? What's the price for this? What's the trade-off for this? There is no such thing as something for nothing, right? But we're all willing to pay a price for something that's worth it, right? We're all willing to pay a fair price for something that's worth it. In fact, we're willing to pay a premium price for something that's really, really worth it. If you can have your dream home, yeah, like custom design exactly the way you really want it, aren't you willing to pay a premium price for it? Of course, as Jim Rohn would say, of course, right? And so we're not uh, uh, we're not unwilling to pay a price for things that are worth it. In fact, we enjoy paying the price. We enjoy going shopping and buying what we really want. We enjoy exchanging that money for what we really want. That's the purpose of money, is to exchange it for something of equal or greater value. So when it comes to what we really, really want, there's a price tag for it. That's it. You don't have to wonder if I can have this. You don't go to a we don't go to a store or to a mall and you see something you want and you don't wonder, is it possible for me to have this? That's not the question that you ask. Of course you can have it. You can have anything you see in that store. The question is, are you willing to pay the price for it? And when the answer becomes yes, you either pay the price now or you put a little something on it. When I was a kid, there was something called layaway. Do they still have that? You put a little something on it, right? Or you save up for it, or you pay the whole price right up front. Or you look at it, you plan for it, come back and get it later. Or you get some of it now, come back and get the rest of it, and then you got the whole outfit. So what I'm talking about is statement number 2. I have a winning plan and I'm willing and able to pay the price for it. This means you're thinking through the price. I shared what I learned from John Gardner. I'll never forget. He said, a plan is a written to do list of everything needed to achieve the goal, prioritized, scheduled, and then checked off. Prioritized, scheduled, checked off. It's a written to do list of everything that would need to be done in order to accomplish this. Prioritize it, schedule it, check it off. Prioritize it, schedule it, check it off. So, what is this winning plan, coach? Would it be helpful if I gave you all the winningest plan I've ever seen and clarified in 25 years? 25 years of trial and error, 25 years of studying successful people, studying 25 years of experience working with thousands of people. I'm about to give you a 3-part plan. We can even call it the 3 habits that if you develop these 3 habits, as we focus on these 3 habits, will take care of pretty much any goal that you have in this business. With 3 habits, 3 key focuses, if we can figure out how to turn these 3 things into a daily habit, a daily rhythm, and do it long enough that we're not, it's no longer hard to do. It's just a part of our lives. Would anybody like these 3 key habits that I would call the winning plan for wherever you or your team members want to go, to put yourself and your team members in V formation? Let's see how many people are interested. I don't know, Miss Gardner. I don't know how many people really want it. It might be too early. Let me check the chat. Okay, 2.5 people so far. Okay, I'm just kidding. All right, okay. So this is a part of number 2 where I said I have a winning plan and I'm both willing and able to pay the price. So let's call this A, B, and C of this winning plan. A, B, and C. A, my 2 to 5 a day. I knock out my 2 to 5 a day first, as early as possible. My 2 to 5 a day what? My 2 to 5 appointments, my 2 to 5 invites, new people, 2 to 5 new people that I'm sharing the information with, and 2 to 5 people that I'm following up with. In fact, I think of the 2 to 5 a day in 3 different parts. There's inviting 2 to 5 new people for the day. There's following up with 2 to 5 people that I already reached out to. And then there's adding 2 to 5 new people to my list, so I never run out. So there's inviting 2 to 5 new people for the first time. There's following up with 2 to 5 people that I've already reached out to for the day. And there's adding 2 to 5 new people to my list that I could reach out to tomorrow. That's what 2 to 5 a day means to me. There's 3 layers to that 2 to 5. That is a winning plan to have new people coming in consistently. That is a winning plan to be in the performance club on autopilot. It's a winning plan to never run out of people, to not get overwhelmed. It's the beginning of V formation, the activity part of flying in V formation. This is where personal recruiting starts to happen when you're doing 2 to 5 recruiting invites per day with a 3-way. As the great Liz LeCue would say, no matter what. No matter what. So number 1, my first focus, my first habit, my first job description. You can think of this as the 3 job descriptions. The 3 job descriptions, family, for every level. So A, I quickly knock out my 2 to 5 for the day as fast as possible. I pull a Natasha Decini. If I have to lock myself in the restroom before I get my day started and quickly send out my invites, boom, I'll take 10, 15 minutes, knock it out quick. So that's A. B, my new team members. Because of A, I have new team members to reach out to. They need to get Fast Start qualified, manager qualified, performance club qualified. I'm helping them level up or get performance club qualified. But how am I helping them level up? Is it just scattered? Is it just all over the place? Nope. I'm assisting them, coming beside them to assist them with their 2 to 5 for the day. That is our second job description, assisting them with their 2 to 5 for the day. Not yesterday, not tomorrow, just today. So if I assist them with their 2 to 5 for the day, watch the math. That means by the end of the week, that's 10 to 25 people that have been added into their pipeline. And all I have to do is assist them with the follow-ups, the 3-way intros. And if only 10% of those people enroll, that's still 1 to 3 signups a week, family. That's 1 to 3 signups per week. So my second job description, this is my 25-year summary of this entire business. My second job description is to assist my brand new associates, my open line, new team members with their 2 to 5 for the day. Now I have organizational recruiting happening on autopilot. So those, my new team members, I'm helping them recruit. Where are those recruits coming from? Is it coming because of them? No, it's coming because of my leadership, because 95% of them won't be focused without leadership, your leadership. So because you came beside them to do it with them and you're ensuring their success, now it's happening. That's leadership. You become a workout partner with them. Let's do this together, not you go do it. Let's go do it, as Jim Rohn would say. And now they're making progress, systemic progress, systematic progress. And if you speed it up with a few launch parties where they get a group of people together on a Zoom or in the living room, now you just speed it up even faster, and you're releasing all those fast start bonuses, manager bonuses, performance club matching bonuses. You're setting yourself up for some serious cash flow because of job description number 2. So number 1, A was my 2 to 5 a day right away, as early in the day as possible. Number 2 is assisting my new people, my open line, with their 2 to 5 a day, no matter what. And now, and so that was letter B. And letter C, the third job description. This is what answers the question, you know, do I have to be all over the place to go senior director? Do I have to overwhelm myself to go senior director? Do I have to overwhelm myself to go executive director consistently? Do I have to overwhelm myself to quote, quote, go platinum consistently? Is platinum outside of my control? Do I have to wait for all these top winners to show up before I can go platinum? Or is there, in fact, something I can focus on to ensure that that happens in a simple, controllable, systemic way? And my 25-year summary says, yes, in fact, there is. But we'll save that for another call. So anyway, no, I'm just kidding. Brenda, Brenda Wall was like, what? No, you didn't. So y'all know I like to have fun. This is the third one and the big one for me, because for years I felt like um, developing executive directors was all over the place. Like so many things that are outside of my control. Like, you ever felt like, oh, I just need the right team in place in order to go executive consistently, but I don't have the right team, so I guess executive director is outside of my control consistently, or I got to do it all myself, or I have to wait, or it's just out of reach, or I'm not seeing it, I'm not getting my mind around the plan. If you're like me, it helps me to have a very clear plan based on things that I can control. And I finally cracked the code. Y'all better watch out over this next 12 months. So here's the third job description. It is, if I'm going, it's my focus 5 or my focus 10. My focus 5 or my focus 10. What does that mean? If I'm going senior director, my third job description is to reach out to my focus 5. What is that, coach? Those are the 5 key people that I'm reaching out to every day this month to assist them with their 2 to 5 a day. And by assisting these 5 key people for the month every day with their 2 to 5, we're going to talk today. We're going to get together today. Um, it, they are now in the performance club. They have at least 150 in premium sales, not just points, premium sales. So 5 people with $150 in premium, that's $750 in premium, plus yours. That's senior director. So, okay, so what's in my control, because of my first job description of doing my 2 to 5 a day and having personal recruits coming in, flowing into my second job description of assisting my new people with their 2 to 5 a day. And now they have new recruits flowing in, my organizational recruits. Now I'm starting to staff my Focus 5 team. The 5 people in the beginning of the month, I might say, you know what? Hey, team, I'm so excited. Hey, Brenda, I'm so excited this month. Our goal as a team, V formation, our goal as a team is to qualify senior director this month. And in order for me to accomplish that goal that I'm gonna make sure we accomplish, I have to help 5 people make $500 to $1,000 or more this month. Would you like to be one of those 5? No, not really this month. No worries. Let's stay in touch. What do you want? We'll focus on that. But I'm off to the next person. Hey, Cheryl. Hey, I'm super excited this month. It's September. I'm super excited. My big goal for our team is we're going to qualify as a senior director team this month. In order for me to do that, I have to help 5 people make at least $500 to $1,000 this month. Would you like to be one of the 5? Cheryl says, absolutely. Can I make more than 500 to 1,000? Yeah, even better. We'll achieve it even faster. So what's the plan? Here's the plan. We're going to connect every day. We're going to be workout partners, and we're going to make sure we do our 2 to 5 a day together. We're going to make it fun. We're going to stay connected. We're going to celebrate each other. We're not going to let the sun go down without getting our 2 to 5 a day done, no matter what. Do we have a deal? We in? She says, yes. Boom. I got one of my focus 5. Who's next? I'm calling through. And if I don't have enough people to call, it's time to get back to my 2 to 5 a day. Then recruit some more people. And then work through my new team members and help them recruit some more people so I could staff my focus 5. Now, if I'm going executive director, it's the same thing, except it's a focus 10 instead of just 5. 10 people, $150 in premium. That's $1,500 in premium. That's more than enough for executive director. So it's not this mystical thing that's so far away on that pedal stool that Ms. Gardner tells us to take off the pedal stool and own it. It's my focus 10. I can control that. I have to develop the habit of reaching out to my focus 10. And what are we going to do with this focus 10? We're going to make sure we do our 2 to 5 today. We're going to become workout partners. We're going to stay focused every day this month to make sure we stay on track for the day, not yesterday, not tomorrow, just today. Today matters, as John C. Maxwell's book says. Today. It's not about yesterday. It's not about tomorrow. It's today only. Tomorrow is just a bunch of todays strung together. Tomorrow, that's a cuss word. So what about platinum? What if I'm developing an executive director leg for bronze, or 2 of them for silver, or 3 of them for gold, or 4 of them for platinum? It's my focus 10 per leg. My 3rd job description, if I'm going platinum or if I'm creating executive director, my job is to reach out to my 10 people per leg. And I found a hack. I was trying to develop a habit, Ms. Gardner, you remember this, like, I got this hour block for this leg and this leg. And it was challenging developing that habit, but I figured out a hack. And I realized, wait a minute. If I send 10 people a voice memo, I can knock that out in 10 minutes. 10, 15 minutes, I can send 10 people a voice message. Hey, such and such, this is Coach Farbell, one of your support team leaders working with Pam Carnes and Deidre Glover. I just wanted to personally reach out to you and welcome you to the team. I noticed that, if I'm not mistaken, you still have $900 in bonuses on the table available to you within this next week. I would love to personally meet you, connect with you, find out about your family, your goals, and see how I can assist you with getting your bonuses and any obstacles you may have to help you overcome them. I'm about to send my calendar link in this next text message. Let's schedule a time today. If you click on my calendar link, pick a time today or tomorrow for us to connect, and I look forward to working with you. Boom, 1 minute. I found out I could send out 10 of those in 15 minutes. What? I used to think I had to take all day and make all the calls. But what's happening? I'm developing a habit that's easy to do, easy to manage, and now I'm making it a habit. And now I see what I can control. I can control whether I reach out to 10 people. Where do these 10 people come from per leg? Well, first, who are the new people that are in their fast start qualification period in that leg, or manager bonus period? All right, next group. Who can I work with to Performance Club qualify? Like, who protected a family in the last 30 to 90 days that deserves a phone call from me? You know how good that feels for them to get that phone call? Wow, you reached out to me. All I did was one sign up. Yeah, but that one mattered. It made a difference. And I wanted to personally reach out to you and congratulate you, celebrate you for what you did, and give you my support. Now I'm rewarding the behavior that I want to repeat. Isn't that a grand idea for leadership? Actually reaching out to the people. We're praying for new people, new people, new people. And God is like, well, what are you doing with the people I already sent you? That's an ouch for me. Stewardship. How many people have come through my organization and never got a letter, never got a call? And you call me a friend? Some of y'all know where that comes from. And so it's helping me with my stewardship. And have you ever had that guilt, like, man, I got people in my organization that I haven't reached out to, but it seems so overwhelming? That's what's helping, that third job description. Wow, my focus 10. Either my focus 5 if I'm going senior director, my focus 10 if I'm going executive, or my focus 10 per leg if I'm developing executives. So those are the 3 job descriptions of the winning plan. And then finally, number 3. Did I say number 3? Yeah, here's number 3. So number 1 was I know exactly what I want, what I really want, and why I want it, all the reasons I want it. Number 2 was I have a winning plan, and I'm both willing and able to pay the price. And I gave you the winning plan, ABC. A is my 2 to 5 a day. B is my new people, my open line that I'm helping fast start, manage, qualify, level up, and performance club. And number 3, letter C, is my focus team, either my focus 5 or my focus 10 or my focus 10 per leg. Yeah, Jim Rohn definitely rubs off on me. And then number 3, the third alignment question, the third daily alignment question is, and not question, but statement is, I'm worthy of it. And I'm willing. I'm worthy of it, and I refuse to settle for less. I'm worthy of it, and I refuse to settle for less. Number 1, I know exactly what I really want and why I want it. Number 2, I have a winning plan, and I'm both willing and able to pay the price. And number 3, I'm worthy of it, and I refuse to settle for less. I'm worthy of it, and I refuse to settle for less. Ms. Gardner, I'm going to turn over to you, and then go ahead and raise your digital hands on what's landing on you. Who was this for today? What's your takeaway? That's my best summary, Ms. Gardner, on my 25 years of Plan, Do, Review.
Wow. I just wanna so many things you said. I'm just sitting here thinking, holy macanoli, all over the place. Y'all know, I have a 9:10 alarm every morning that says, Elizabeth Gardner, what do you really want? So that was number 1. And just so you know, and I didn't just write this because I actually texted this to Marissa Gonzalez a few days ago. This is the note that I have on my computer. And it says, I am strong enough and valuable enough to do the hard. That's it. And it is my version of your last statement, which is, I'm worthy of it and I refuse to settle for less. And so I might rewrite mine, but this has been on my computer now for, I don't know, several months. I haven't talked about it, but it's like, this has been on my computer for several months. So guys, everything he just laid out for you is so key. But I will tell you, the picture you painted in the beginning, of talking about the same effort, the same energy, the same commitment, getting a different result because your expectation changes, because what you believe is possible changes. That is huge because so many people believe that senior director, executive director, platinum, the ring, whatever is hard. And it's like, no, it's the shift. And as soon as you shift in your belief system, the same effort yields a different result. And they don't believe that until it happens. And then when it happens, it's like, oh crap, they were right. And so when we say things like believe bigger, faster, all that, he just laid out why we say those things. You just laid it out beautifully. So thank you, Coach Bell. I'm going to take myself out of the picture here and I will bring in some other people. Let me remove myself. Yes, Medici. And guys, listen, I'm gonna start doing this every Monday because this is a leadership call. Today's comments, no training from the people who are commenting. And the other thing is we want to talk about what Coach Bell talked about today. So thanks everybody. So Coach Medici, you go right ahead, sir.
Good morning, great. I always want to show whatever Coach Bill does is 100% proof. I was follow Coach advice. Be cool, be cool, be cool, and took me over 4 months, over 5 months, 6 months to start my first recruit, and got 4 months performance club, and I'm so excited, and I'm core now, and because I'm on the performance club on the level 1. But right now, I don't have a team that I can call 100, 200 people, but I have 10, 11 hours to work on, and I'm able to work. What would you do when you have 10, 11 hours and you want to make, and you don't have enough people in your team, and you have few thousand people in your list? What would you do? I'm here to coach, be coached by you. Thank you for allowing me to ask you a question, Coach.
Absolutely. Congratulations, first of all, for becoming core, being consistent, keeping it simple. And were you asking the question of what to do with a large list like that? Was that a question, or you already have the? Okay. My 2 to 5 a day, no matter what. And sometimes we could get distracted by the big, and it sounds a little strange because you're like, oh, large numbers, a lot of large numbers. But sometimes we can get so distracted by the big thing that we neglect to do the small thing that makes all the difference in the world. And Jeff Olson in The Slight Edge would describe that as the quantum leap versus the slight edge. And I have this analogy that I was trying to teach. I had a team member once who would always wanted to do the quantum leap. Like, I want to skip levels. I want to skip straight to executive director. And for years and years, they were skipping and skipping and skipping, but the foundation wasn't solid from just doing this simple little thing. And so the picture that came to me was 365 stairs. Imagine a staircase with 365 steps representing 1 year. And this quantum leap mentality is like an addiction. I want to hit the lottery. And it's this mentality like, I don't want to take 1 step a day. I want to step back and take a running leap and skip up. I'm skipping up 10 steps. People pop up all the time like this in the organization. I'm not going to do the 2 or 5 a day. I'm gonna do 100 a day. And then they take 10 steps back and they run and take a flying leap up this flight of stairs, and the worst thing happens. They actually land on step number 10. Like, yes, I told you, look, I'm a champion. Y'all slow people, you're taking 1 step a day. I'm already on step 10 on day 1, and y'all taking forever. And then they go, oh, well, okay, I got the step 10 in 1 flying leap. So now I'm going for step 20. So then they step back as much as they can on that step, and they take a flying leap to try to skip from step 10 to step 20. And then they slip and fall on step number 19, tumble all the way back down the stairs to level 0. And now they're injured. And then they're like, oh, now I really have to make up for lost time. I mean, you would think they would go, okay, maybe I should just take 1 step at a time and do my 2 to 5 per day. But no. That's taking too long. Y'all are slow pokes. I got to get mine done. You always say it, coach, not now, but right now. But that's not what I mean. And so they go, all right, I got to make up for lost time. So now they take 20 steps back and they try to skip to step 25 in 1 flying leap because they feel like they fell down. So now they spend the next 5 years trying to take the quantum leap. And the worst thing that happens is sometimes they actually land on step 20, step 25, but then they always stumble back down and have to start over. Now, 5 years later, they're crippled and trying to still jump, take quantum leaps. And if they had just taken 1 step per day, they would have been at the top of the stairs in 365 days, 1 year instead of 5 years. So my advice is to lay the foundation of taking the stairs, that slight edge, that that compound effect is taking the step per day. Focus on the step today. Don't worry about the quantum leap, but get the slight edge going in your favor. Get that compound effect going in your favor, and you'll move even faster. It might seem like you're moving slower than the quantum leapers, but your foundation will be solid. Sometimes a quantum leaper skips all those steps, but when they get there, their foundation is not strong enough to sustain them because they did not develop the habits, the muscles, the mindset, the skill set, the core strength needed to sustain the level. So they still find themselves after all those years having to start over and take the steps. I don't know who that was for, but thank you for asking that question, Medi. Miss Joseph.
Can I unmute? Okay, you guys got me. All right, fantastic, fantastic training. Thank you so much. And it was actually for me. I don't know if it was for anybody else, but I saw lots of people saying it was for them. And this is for all of you. You know, you might not realize that even as you guys know I'm an executive director. I'm a silver executive director. I've got 5 executives on my team. You think I'm already there, but that's
Uh-oh, signal went out. It's going in and out.
So your signal's going in and out. We want to hear what you got to say. When your signal comes back, let us know. We'll put you back. Keep your hand raised. I'm not going to lower her hand.
All right.
We'll keep her back. All right, Tim, you are next, sir. Tim Whitstone.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Good morning, for Coach Bill and everyone. Thank you for that message today. Let me let you know how I knew it was for me. This morning at 7:45, I was on our men's prayer call, and I was talking to the men. I gave them this riddle. I said, I saw a flock of geese flying in V formation yesterday, and the question is that the only alphabet that they know? That was a joke, right? And as soon as I got on this morning, I was probably about a minute late. But when I got on this morning, the first thing I heard you mention was V formation. That's how I knew this was for me today. Now, I still haven't got an answer for them to let me know if that's the only alphabet they know. But thank you, Coach Bill, because that was strictly, and that was for me. The information was for me on this day.
I love that. Is that the only letter they know? All right, Miss Susan Joseph. You got to unmute again.
okay. Can you hear
So
me?
last thing we heard you say was you might think I have it all together, but.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fantastic. Yeah, we're having storms. We're in Orlando, sorry. So you might think because I've achieved as much as I've already achieved, that there isn't more that I want to achieve or that I'm getting all that I want to get. And I woke up this morning and I reached over. I have a stack of books next to my bed, and I just kind of, whatever book my hand grabs, sometimes I'll just find that that's my reading. This morning I was reading Worthy by Jamie Kern. And honestly, that stuck out to me when you said that today. The most important thing you can feel, you know, for all the work that I'm doing, am I earning what I want to earn? Well, I'm certainly earning more than the $500 a month, you know, and all of that. But am I where I want to be yet? No. And it's all because of what you believe. You know, when you start out in this company, you start out, can I even earn? I mean, my first thought was, can I even earn in this business, a business I don't know how to do, $500 a month? And then you earn it. And then you start earning a little bit more and you start thinking, I'm worthy of earning more, right? And now I have something valuable to share with somebody else to help them do it. And that worthiness builds. And I think it's really important. One of the most important things you said today to me was just that piece alone, you know, that you can be worthy of the next level by being consistent and doing all the things you did. But what you just said to Medi about, you know, not going fast and falling back. So many people make that mistake. I agree 100%. There's what you learn along the way. It's who you become that allows you to earn higher amounts. So thank you so much. Great training. And I hope a lot of my team was here. I'm going to go check the participants list. Thank you.
Love it. Love it. Him and Shonda. Well said, Ms. Joseph.
Everybody can hear me?
Yes, sir.
we can.
Thank you so much, Coach Farbell. Man, everything you said this morning, everything everybody's sharing this morning, it fills my joy. It fills my soul up. And I definitely know what I want. You know, I know what I want. I see it right in front of me. God had placed the vision in front of me, and I know the Bible said that the people perish because of lack of knowledge. But at the same time, I'm going off of, knowing exactly what I want, the game plan, how to get it done, and I'm going back off of what you said in April 14th, 2025. I wrote some notes of what you said, the 5 stages of transformation. So I'm sticking to that to rebuild and become brand new all over again, because clarification is very important. Implementation is very important. Cultivation, optimization, and duplication. I'm going off of this again because I feel like this is the only thing that could help me. So I'm cultivating myself and carving myself into what a leader should be doing in this business. And I see it every day among all the leaders. Duplication. What I do every day, is it duplicated to my team? Right now I'm trying to grow a power leg and get some EDs popping in that leg, because I thank God for the new senior director in my leg. I got a couple of directors in the other leg. And not right now, I'm trying to build a power leg to where I can take those 5 and work with their 5. But the leadership in me is the accountability part, knowing to be here for your team, doing these 3 ways, with your teams. And I try to do as many 3 ways with my team, but I see platinum hanging over my head. And I know that there's a time and a season for everything under the sun. But, learning every day, listening to Jim Rohn, every morning from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m., I built a community of men. We go pray for 1 hour and we begin to talk about some things. And it's starting to create a leadership, accountability, being consistent. Now I'm taking it to transformation, what you said, the 5 stages of transformation. Now I'm building myself into starting with step 1, clarification, where we all have some understanding, and implementation, cultivation, optimization, and duplication. And you also say, stop flirting with your lies. So I'm sticking to the plan because I know Legal Shield is the best thing that ever happened to me in my life. I know what it is to be an executive director. I kind of fell back from all of that, but hey, God's plan is perfect and God's timing is perfect. But when we stay plugged into the system, like today, I know what I want. You know what I mean? I know what I want, and now that I know what I want in my mind is to not do the activity, stick to the paved system, do the 1 step every time, learn how to master the less. When we master the less over a long period of time, it's going to turn into more than what we could ever think. Thank you so much, Coach.
Woo, well said, and congrats in advance. Ms. Humphreys, you're on mute.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Man, I am just so overwhelmed. Look here, let me tell you something. I love the evolution of Coach Farbell, okay? I love the 26 years of analysis. Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay. You hit it every single time. Like, it's always just so perfectly done. The simplicity of what you do is so amazing. To learn how to make this so simple that anybody can get in here and to do it. And that was the goal of the company anyways, that anybody can get in this company, follow the system, go by the 10 core commitments and be successful in this business. And the way that you give it is so great. It was definitely for me and beautiful. We had a fast start training here in Killeen, Texas, whoop, whoop, Killeen, Texas yesterday. I had 5 of my teammates there at that fast start training, 4 committed to going to the Super Saturday in Houston, Texas. And I mean, they are just doing great. One is like one recruit and $17 a premium from manager. She hits here in 4 days, and all of it was her team that was there, right? So it is just amazing. And you know, to be able to have you to go through those different steps, hey, let's do our 2 to 5, and to have some of them to hear that, look, let's do our 2 to 5 today, every day, and to be accountable. Because I get mine in early in the morning when I go walking. Okay, I already get it in. But now to go ahead and partner with them and say, hey, let's do this together. Let's make sure we're getting it. And they have been keeping me busy like crazy with Zooms. Like, when is our next Zoom? When is our next Zoom? Okay. So we're going to start planning some in-person events, because it's the in-person events that's really going to make us like explode this market in Killeen. So I look forward to seeing you in Killeen. Okay. So with that being said, I appreciate you. Thank you so much, sir.
Let's go. Congrats in advance.
Thanks.
Coach Collins. You on mute?
Can you hear me now?
There you are. Yes, sir.
Well, first and foremost, Mr. Farbell, you hit the nail right with the hammer, like seriously, because when I first started about 9 months ago, I mean, I've been in the industry, you know, we've talked before. I've been in the industry for 23 years, you know, I've done amazing things, but I got a little bit selfish, and I sponsored about 17 people my first like 3 weeks. And just like you were saying, you know, 365 days, one step at a time, I took that last quantum leap. I actually went to go to step 10 and I passed up my teammates. Then right after that, I tried jumping to the 20th step and I slipped. And how I slipped was chargebacks. That's what happened. So guess what? From April until July or late mid-August, I didn't have no commission whatsoever because I had to play catch up, just like you were saying. So now I'm getting that momentum. I'm fixing to hit senior director, borderline almost, you know, executive director. And it's because I, you know, took that quantum leap, but I started doing one step at a time. So thank you for everything that you do, and, you know, explaining it and making it so simple. I was actually telling my business partner, man, he just made it more simpler than it was before. What the heck? So thank you. I appreciate you.
Let's go. Great testimonial. And congratulations to my friend, Miss Rosa Bailey. I think it's the last one.
Hello, do you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, thank you, because the mute ministry was trying to get me, but I prayed. I just want to say, just real quickly, that God just brought me to the scripture where He says that He will bring you before kings and queens.
Mm.
And I just want to say that Elizabeth, Miss Gardner, is the queen that He has brought me before, and that you, Coach Bell, are the king that He has brought me before. And one of the things that you reminded me today about myself, because sometimes what people are saying to you is confirmation. And so the bottom line is, you just reminded me that I have said this for years, and I have actually received this when I've said it, is that I've never received anything that I really wanted unless I was determined. Once I got that determination, you could not stop me. Last week, when it was time for me to bring my granddaughter back home, I live in Connecticut, she's 4 hours away. And when, you know, it was the kind of hemming and hawing. Okay, are you coming with me? Is this person coming with me? I knew I could go by myself if I needed to, but one of my girlfriends went with me, and we did it that day. Got left early in the morning. But the bottom line is, I knew I needed to bring her back home from visiting for the summer, so I was just determined. And then the last thing I want to say is, I was told years ago when I was in another business, and this person was so successful, and it really, really helped me. He said, inch by inch is a cinch, but yard by yard is hard. Thank you. I yield my mic, and I really appreciate you.
Well said. Well said. And thank you all for your comments as well. Ms. Gardner, I'm going to turn it over to you. I don't know if we have time for the other two, but I'll turn it back over to you, Ms. Gardner. Let's go, everybody.
All right, everybody. Well, it is 11 o'clock and we are going to stop on time. Thank you all so much. Coach Bell, you rocked it today. Everybody's got a plan. Everybody's got a way to execute. And remember, for those of you who are on Team Pinnacle, for those of you who aren't, tonight we are building big for tonight. That is when you're working with your Focus 5, your Focus 10, you're building for tonight, right into those tag team Zooms that are helping. Then I said tag team, not Dave Savola's tag team, but we're doing tag team presenters on on Pinnacle tonight. So 8 o'clock Eastern time. Be building for that. Use everything that you learned today to launch your business, guys. The best way to implement and to get the biggest squeeze out of what you've just learned is to implement it immediately. So today's the best day to implement what you just heard from the great Coach Fard Bell. Thank you, Coach Bell. Hope you all have an amazing day. We'll see you right back here next Monday for another Monday Leaders. Bye, everybody.